It's just like a rocket ship. Oh. I just installed Slick tires on my mountain bike, and these are actually just as fat as the tires I took off my mountain bike, but those had a lot more knobs. And today I'm gonna show you that these perform better than you might think in a lot of situations. In other situations, they're probably gonna perform exactly like you think they will. We're gonna go through creek crossings, we're gonna do some technical climbing, we're gonna do a little traversing, and yes, we're going to descend. And then we're gonna try stopping on my 45-degree grip tape ramp back at the house. A lot of you suggested that I try Slick tires on that because you think they might perform better, and I happen to agree with you. But how will Slick tires actually perform on a mountain bike trail? Today, we're gonna frig around and find out. Okay, so far it feels better. I have not lost traction once. The bike rolls better. It is actually wonderful, but you're gonna see it today. That like many things that seem too good to be true, there's a reason that people don't do it. I'm not arguing that we should all be riding Slick tires and that big mountain bike tire has been scamming us. Now, tire pressure and durometer do have a huge effect on traction, but right here, not so much. In the dirt and even on moderate rocks, as long as I have some forward momentum, this just works like a normal mountain bike tire. And in fact, it rolls a lot quicker.
Are you set?
I am.
Oh my God, don't freak out. We watched you with our toddler.
How you doing, buddy? So that was nice to run into some subscribers, but now we have a technical rock garden that goes uphill right before a creek. There are not a lot of roots here. It's mostly rock. We might be able to get some grip if I get in the right gear, but this is pretty hard even with normal tires. So I'm gonna try it 3 times. I already feel the slipping. Oh, it's like that. Maybe we should avoid the rocks. So I'll come through here, up this little slab, and then make a right. Okay, I think I'm in a good gear for this. Keep your momentum up, start right, weave. Okay, got up that, come on. Oh. You can see the spot where the tire just slid down the rock. I just want to make it up to this flat spot right here. So we're almost there. So in a moment, we're gonna see if we can even make this work. All right, take 3. Over the creek. So far, so good. Weave over this. Weave over that. Yes! Oh my God. I felt it slipping everywhere, but we made it. Now, of course, it's possible that with each attempt, I washed away some of the leaves and it made it easier and easier, but I think it was actually my line choice. Let's get up to the top so we can see how this thing descends. I'm pretty afraid because I tend to get overconfident when things are going well, and I say, everything's working, until it doesn't, until you go around a loose turn or hit an off-camber rock, and so I'm really gonna have to dial it back. Let's get pedaling. Back on pretty smooth single track, feels amazing. So this should be interesting. This rock over here, you can see some people kind of go around it, but we're gonna try and go right over it, and I bet it's not gonna be that bad. It's nice and dry. No problem. Somebody's sunglasses, which is garbage now. I suspect these have been out here for a while. Do I leave them in case they might find them, or do I take them with me? I think this is gonna be permanent garbage out on the trail. We're gonna take them with us. Going through a beautiful roto tunnel up here. I haven't mentioned at all that these tires are white, and I just figured if I'm gonna put stupid tires on my bike, I gotta provide some real good motivation to myself to take them off and mount the old ones again. This'll do it. But actually, right now, you could be tricked into thinking these are the best tires ever. On this traversy stuff, it's just like a rocket ship. Whoa. It's just like a rocket ship. I'm okay. I hit my shin, my elbow, my finger got bent back a little bit. I'm fine. I've just got a little bit banged up because I wasn't going very fast. Back there, it's off camber and it's all roots under leaves, and I was descending a little bit. Not a real descent. We're still climbing. That was a grade reversal. And so I picked up, I don't know, 8 or 10 miles per hour worth of speed and went straight down immediately. And that was a wake-up call, because when we get to the top here, there's going to be a nice, smooth, flowy trail, and I'm going to pick up tons of speed. I can hit a little patch like that and just decimate myself. We just frigged around and found out, and I don't want to find out up there. This is precisely how you find out. And if you frig around enough, you will find out. Oh, okay. I'm actually feeling scared, because at any moment, something that I would normally just ride over is going to just give out. Okay, normally I would try and take the high line up here, but I'm going to take the flattest line I can. Hey, yeah, I'm doing something stupid. These are slick tires. They're terrible for mountain biking. I didn't expect to run into that many people today. Embarrassing. I feel like I have to explain myself. And they're white. Like, maybe people wouldn't even notice if I had put black ones on here. And I have the tires like decently aired down, but I might go lower. Thing is, they're not tubeless, so I gotta take it easy. All right, we're surviving. We're surviving. Okay. Ooh. On the pine needles, it's way better than the leaves. Okay. Here's the real descent over here. One could easily believe that there's absolutely no risk management in what I do, but that's actually not the case. I think about this stuff. There are two main risks that we have here. First, off-camber roots. Second, stopping. Like, if I apply my front brake, it is going to lose traction. There's going to be no way it can bite into anything, and so I have to be really easy on the front brakes, and the best way to do that is to not pick up very much speed in the first place. And so we're just going to be cautious. We're going to careful our way down here. And if I can see the trail, which I think I can because this is pretty well trafficked, I'm gonna avoid off-camber routes. That's the risk management. That's all we can do. I'm also gonna let a couple of PSI out of this front tire. I can't let too much out of these because I'm running TPU inner tubes here. They did not have the smoothies available in tubeless. Okay. This is what's messed up, is it feels like a normal bike, like 100%. Especially on the hard pack stuff, like these little edges. Oh yeah, I'm lulled. I am lulled right now. Maybe speed's our friend. We're even clearing some gaps and like, oh God, this is so stupid. Hard pack. Oh, wooden bridge. Okay, probably the slowest I've ever taken this trail. Okay, we just went through some mud. Maybe it was a fluke back there. All this is working great. Hey, buddy. Have a good hike, guys. I'm in. Ooh. Oh, wow. I just felt it completely slide out, but we were going a moderate speed. When I'm going fast, I haven't felt that yet. Oh, my God. I don't want to get broke off. Like, important stuff to do this week. I feel like the most likely thing that could happen is I get a broken rib. I know that's oddly specific. Going probably faster than we should. Okay. Oh, wow. This is scaring me right now because I know what I'm about to encounter. Let's just take it easy and pick a good line down this. Just let go of our brakes and go. Okay. Okay, we made it. Ooh. We're still on two wheels. I'm telling you, when it's just dry rocks, it's freaking good. Good to go. Almost got me right there. I just jumped into those roots. Ooh. Okay. I can hear the road out there. We made it. It was actually kind of worse than I thought. Wow, on the road, it's so amazing. So on a mountain bike trail, slick tires offer a binary experience. It's either smooth, fast rolling, perfect, best experience ever, or you die. Those are the two states. And so now we're gonna take these slick tires somewhere else and see how they do on something a little bit smoother. Oh yeah, now we're talking. This is where this bike belongs right now. Oh, it's so smooth. Little squeaky sounds. Asphalt, great. Concrete skate parks, even better. This is no surprise. Slick tires obviously perform really well in those situations. And so slick tires, they're for when all conditions are absolutely perfect, like pavement. That's why you don't see them on mountain bikes. That's why this size of slick tire in 29th inch is very, very rare. But things are about to get interesting because I'm gonna show you something that we haven't seen since the spring. The grip tape ramp, depending on where you measure it, it's about 45 degrees. And yes, it's covered in grip tape. The last time we used this, we kept making it steeper and steeper paper to see where we could stop, and we just used mountain bikes and 3 different riders, 3 different tires. Wasn't very scientific, but as we approached 45 degrees, got pretty dang hard to stop, and actually we broke traction. It wasn't about going over the handlebars. Any of the bikes, we could stay on the bike. It was about traction, and a lot of you suggested slick tires. Theoretically, they should be better, but at the time we didn't have any slick tires. Now we do, and I think by feel I should be able to tell whether this is a little better. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop on it, but it really would be something if I could. But why? Why would slick tires be any better? Well, with a knobby tire, the knobs are over and over making contact with the grip tape and then breaking contact with the grip tape as the tire rolls. This is going to be really consistent, and so I can feather my brakes and keep it under control and hopefully bring the bike to a stop. There's a reason why drag racers use slick tires and Formula One uses slick tires, is because on a surface that you can control, on a surface that's perfect all around, slick is the way to go. It actually provides more traction. And so, let's see if these slick tires do. Now this ramp is problematic in a couple of ways. There's a nice bump going down onto it, but it's a comparison. I want to see if it's any better than it was last time. So the idea is to try and stop on that line down there. And we started with one tire right here. Whew. Actually, that felt like a lot of traction. We might even be able to stop. It's so much traction that I'm actually pulling my brake lever really, really hard. And it still wants to spin. Let's see if we have a prayer in heck. Actually, my back wheel's coming up. I gotta get back further. Wow. Maybe I shouldn't have put these on a cross-country bike. That is actually dramatically more traction. The weak link here is not the tire anymore. Let's creep way forward before we let go. No, it's the geometry now. That is dramatic improvement. Okay, what I want to do is put this thing up here without any rider weight and lock up that front brake. It sticks. It stopped right here, and I'm not using my hand at all. Now the question is, can I mount the bike? That would be very difficult. If I give it anything, the back wheel wants to come up. Is this even a thing? Let's see. Okay. I'm up. Kind of. Okay. Okay, we're up here. This ain't happening. But I think we learned something. Let's debrief. Mountain bikers, especially racers, will obsess over tires because going one way or the other, smoother or knobbier, will have a profound effect on the bike's performance in certain situations. The smoother you go, as we saw today, the faster and easier the bike rolls. There's just less rolling resistance. It feels incredible when all conditions are right. And I knew that because when I used to ride BMX, I would have semi-slicks and I would go to a hard-packed set of dirt jumps, bike would work just fine. But as soon as you hit an off-camber route or something wet or you're leaf surfing, things tend to fall apart. Now, if you go too knobby, you have fantastic traction, but you need to exert more energy to make the bike go. Doesn't matter as much on a downhill, but it matters a lot when you're pedaling. Now, I didn't go into this video thinking that Big Mountain Bike Tire was scamming us with knobs. That's not the case. In fact, I got more anxiety doing this than almost anything else I've shot this year. Going down that trail after slipping on just a little off-camber route, it wasn't very fun. I didn't like doing it. I wanted the ride to be over. Once I got to the skate park, I had no worries whatsoever because I knew exactly how these were going to perform perfectly. But what blew me away was how much traction I had here on this grip tape ramp. Now, I'd have to do a more elaborate experiment to really show it in action. I think we could stop on it in the right conditions, maybe on a downhill bike. But we had so much more traction on the grip tape than we did with the knobby tires, and that was kind of cool. Now, it's also worth noting, I've ridden tires that were smooth in the center and then had knobs on the side. They have way more traction when things get sketchy. Not having side knobs really screws you up when you hit an off-camber route or a sketchy patch of anything, because when you start to slip off of something, those knobs are there to catch the tire. This has none. It's also worth noting that these are not semi-slicks, these are slicks, and there are certain tires that are basically smooth all the way around, but there is some kind of little pattern on them. You can notice the difference. That actually provides significantly more traction than a slick. But beyond those little nuances, I don't think any of us learned anything today. We should all know that this is a bad tire to mountain bike with. And so, if you didn't learn anything today, I hope you at least found this video entertaining. Thanks for riding with me today, and I'll see you next time.